For instance, if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers thought that Antonio Brown was just going to go away when he danced and frolicked off the field shirtless in the middle of that game against the Jets, if that's what they thought, well, they were wrong. And if they thought that the Antonio Brown story was going to go away, they were extremely dumb. Wrong and dumb are terrible ways to go through life. Because not only has that story not gone away, it has grown legs. It has jumped the day. It jumps days, plural, and it is growing legs. You had Brown's statement about Bruce Arians making a throat-slitting gesture. Then there was him glossing Bruce Arians, barbarian. Then you had the Home Alone 2 Photoshop with Tom Brady. And just when you thought that it could not get any more absurd, with Antonio Brown, it always gets more absurd. And it did. Let me read you the headline from the Daily Mail. Generally, that is not a publication that I go to. However, this headline is so absurd, I have to mix it in. This is a headline from the Daily Mail, and I quote, exclusive, fired Bucks star Antonio Brown smuggled OnlyFans model who went viral for licking a toilet seat in 2020 into his hotel for a steamy sex romp and told her to watch, quote, What I Do Tomorrow, the night before he stormed off the field. End of headline, end of quote. So you know that phrase, that there's a lot to unpack here? Well, there are about 50 U-Hauls to unpack in that headline in and of itself. I'm going to need an entire team of movers to unpack that statement. Now, I don't know if any of that is true, but I know this is true. If you're an NFL team hoping to avoid distractions, you do not want your team or your team's name popping up in a Daily Mail headline. And then on top of that, you certainly do not want it with the following words. OnlyFans, viral, licking a toilet seat, steamy sex romp, and watch what I do tomorrow. Because if there is a sentence that has licking a toilet seat and watch what I do tomorrow, I don't think you want to watch what you're going to do tomorrow. Like, I've already checked out at licking a toilet seat. I don't need to come back in a few hours for an update. I don't need to see what you're going to do tomorrow. Because if you're shooting off the vibe that licking toilet seats are ass, literally, but wait until you see what I'm going to do tomorrow to one-up it, watch this, then I'm already out. You know, again, if you're saying, yeah, I already had a steamy sex romp with somebody who licked on a toilet seat, but, wait till you see what I do tomorrow. I've already seen enough. I mean, come on, man. I don't think I need to see a tongue drag over a toilet seat and then have you tell me that you're going to raise the ante and we have something else for tomorrow. Anyway, the bad news for the Bucs. It does not just stop at the headline. These sub-headlines were pretty strong as well. Quote, Bucs wide receiver Antonio Brown had a clandestine tryst with influencer Ava Louise, 23, the night before he stormed off the field. DailyMail.com can reveal. Again, if you're a team looking to avoid drama, you never want to see clandestine tryst. You don't want to see that right next to your team name. A clandestine tryst. And you sure as hell don't want to see this. Quote, Louise, who shot to fame in 2020 after she filmed herself licking a toilet seat in a bid to catch COVID, was smuggled into his room at the Westin in Jersey City, New Jersey. End of quote. I mean, holy crap, that is quite a sentence. Shot to fame after she filmed herself licking a toilet seat in a bid to catch COVID. Who's looking to catch COVID? Who is looking to catch COVID by dragging their tongue across the toilet seat? And who thinks that that's actually a way to catch COVID? Louise. And well played, Alvy. And just in case you were wondering, that was not a regular toilet seat that she was licking on. It was an airplane toilet seat. Licking on a regular toilet seat would not have been enough. But going viral, hey-oh. Hey, the toilet licker, Louise, claims that she arrived at the Bucs team hotel at 11:15 p.m. the night before the game and had to sneak past security because guests are not allowed in due to COVID. The very thing she tried to get from licking on a toilet seat. And again, not any toilet seat, but an airline toilet seat. And no, I don't need to hear from anyone trying to clarify that she was licking a toilet seat and not the toilet. I know some of you are going to try and come in with that. Hey, Rome. Easy, Rome. She was licking on the seat, not the toilet itself. I cannot believe I have to make this distinction. I cannot believe I have to say this. However, in my book, if you lick a toilet seat, you've licked the toilet. I don't need to send this up to the replay booth to confirm completion of the catch. I'm not throwing a red flag. You lick a toilet seat, you are a toilet licker. Quote, once inside, Brown began ranting about bull bleep COVID rules and reportedly told her F the NFL, Louise claimed. She then went on to say that, quote, when we had sex, he wanted to film it and make a tape on my phone. He wanted me to put it out there. End of quote.
Sex with me.
Louise continued, quote, he also kept mumbling, I can't wait for you to see what I do tomorrow. I can't wait for you to see me tomorrow.
Can't wait.
Can't, Louise.
Tonight I think I'll make the 8th.
Listen, I've got no idea what or if any of this is true. I don't know. But the Daily Mail does have what are alleged to be screenshots of text exchanges between Antonio Brown and the toilet licker. And they have photos of what they claim are the toilet licker and Brown. And they have what they claim are photos of the hotel and signage in the hotel indicating that the Bucs were in fact staying there. And there's even more because the toilet licker jumped on social media and tweeted out a pic of a positive COVID test with the message, quote, Buccaneers, test your team. Now we're getting somewhere. I mean, that's outstanding. That is just fantastic. I don't know if that's a photo of a recent test. I don't know if that's a photo of even a real test. But I know that now there is a question to be asked of that team. Have you stepped up your testing protocol after the toilet licker posted that photo? And more questions. Are you investigating whether the toilet licker came into the team hotel? The NFL has already declined comment on this, but it's a serious question, right? There are protocols in place, and that calls for no guests, and definitely no toilet licking guests coming into hotels. So let me ask you this. Again, I don't know what to believe. I don't know what's true or not. Consider all the sources. But just a question. What if the Bucs, who are on the verge of the postseason, have a COVID outbreak brought on by Antonio Brown and a toilet licker? Can you imagine all hell breaking loose? Again, I've got no idea if any of this is real. I don't know. But I know what is real. The fact that none of it's going away. It's just not going away. It's getting worse. It's jumping the days. It's growing legs. Toilets are getting licked. Positive COVID tests are getting published. And I don't know if they're real or not. The Bucs get at least another day of getting dragged. At least another day of their name and Antonio Brown's name making headlines. And this time, the headline includes a toilet licker. Good stuff. Really good stuff. But whatever you do, do not tell me you did not see this coming. You had to see this coming. This is what happens when you have Antonio Brown on your roster. If he's wearing your jersey and you keep enabling him, there's a very good chance it's going to end up with him hanging out and rolling with a toilet licker. Like they always say, you are who you roll with. rolled with Brown, and Brown rolled with a toilet liquor, allegedly. Again, just as Antonio Brown is not the most credible source on the planet, I'm not sure that the toilet liquor is exactly Woodward and Bernstein. But, would you be at all surprised if this was true? Would you at all be shocked if Antonio Brown, the guy who got frostbite in the summertime, was rolling with a toilet seat liquor? Would it shock you if he was ranting about bull bleep COVID rules and saying bleep the NFL? Would it surprise any of you at all if you found out that he wanted to make a sex tape with a toilet liquor?
Sex with me.
I don't know if any of it's true, but none of it would surprise me if it were. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if all of it were true. Listen, I have no idea what he meant when he said, I can't wait for you to see what I do tomorrow. I mean, did he mean he was going to lick a toilet himself? Did he mean he was going to get off on the hapless Jets and have a huge game? Or did he mean he was going to rip his gear off and quit on the team? I've got no idea. I just know this. The Bucs had to know this was coming. And if they didn't, they're really dumb. And they should have. It's an enormous pain in the ass and distraction when they needed it least. And they've got nobody to blame but themselves. They're more to blame than even Mr. Big Chest or Ms. Toilet Liquor. Because they're the ones who brought this on themselves. They're the ones who brought this in. And of course he crushed the two guys who were most responsible for resurrecting his career. Bruce Arians and Tom Brady. Man, how stupid do these guys look? How betrayed must they feel? But once again, they shouldn't. They're getting exactly what they deserved. Exactly what you get when you bring in AB. And what you get is a guy who quits, who tries to take a few guys with him, and then have sex with a toilet liquor. Allegedly. Man, Brady's got to feel like an idiot.
You're an idiot.
For going to the mat for this guy. Only to have him quit on Brady and then take a run at him on social. Brady's got to feel like an idiot. Let me just say this. And thanks for bearing with me. But this will be the first and hopefully last time that we reference an article from the Daily Mail in 2022.